Well, well, well. Well, 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 everyone. What we gonna say? What we gonna say? What we gonna say? What we gonna say, mate? What we gonna say? That's different. That's original. That's not been said before. People. We've lost 5-0. We've been murdered. There's been another murder, Taggart. There's been another murder with Moyes. Moisey, there's been a murder, man. We've lost 5-0. We've been demolished. I think my son was there. He's gone early home. I think it's pretty embarrassing. Chelsea fans are giving it. Absolute circus. Absolute circus, everyone's. Who's the victims? The fans. The fans are the victims of all of this, who've spent their hard-earned money on going there, following West Ham, who've even bought tickets for the Luton game and things like that. Absolutely tools down since January, to be fair. All down to the board. Inability to sack Moyes. Moyes' inability to buy anyone in the window. You got a tired squad. Non-motivated squad. Tools down. He's like a friendly. He's like a charity shield. He's like a testimonial out there. No one's really bothered. I know Bowen hit the bar 3 times. Fucking is what it is. Absolutely joke, mate. Richie's in the house. Richie, my man. Yeah, I told you. Since last October, November, mate, watching West Ham under David Moyes, I've got no passion, no feeling. Lost 5-0. Not surprised. Not surprised at all. Cresswell's come on as a sub. Absolute joke. And Tony up front still after all these many years. Did you see the ages of our back four? Did you see the ages? That must be the oldest back four in the whole of the Premiership. No one gives a shit anymore, mate. No one gives a shit. And if this is what the board think, they want people to renew their season tickets, you must be having a laugh, mate. You must be having a laugh. On top of that, every single West Ham fan wants Ruben Amorim in as the number one, like Noble does, like Tim Stein does. You, the board, are saying you want the cheap alternative. You want Lopetegui because he's 11 million cheaper than Amorim. If Amorim was free and Lopetegui is 11 million, then you go for Amorim. This is the board. This is the West Ham board, everyone. This is the West Ham board that bought West Ham United for 110 million and they could get 500-600 tomorrow. This is the West Ham board trying to save 11 million. How expensive do you think the Calvin Phillips deal has been, everyone? How expensive do you think the Calvin Phillips deal has been? How much money have we lost over so many players in recent transfer windows? And the manager position is the most important nearly at the club, more higher than the players, right? And they are whinging about 10-11 million. That says it all. And this is a really lucky window for West Ham to get someone like Ruben Amorim and Fonseca in, because there's not many big clubs out there like us who need a manager. This is an amazing window. Liverpool's, I think Bayern Munich's, all them. I think they've got someone else lined up. Man United could be the only one. I'm not sure if Ten Hag, whatever his fucking name is, going to stay there. This is a prime window because Amorim can't stay at Sporting Lisbon anymore. It's all kicked off since he met us. So he wants to move, and whether deep down he thinks we're big enough or not, and whether we think we can afford him or not, it could be a deal done because of the environment, the circumstances, and we again forget signing players. Even managers were spending weeks and days diddling and daddling and diddling and delaying. Even installing a manager, everyone. Liverpool already got their manager done, right? We are still, even with that, we're just taking so long. I agree with him, mate. Yeah, John, even if it's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, mate, doesn't matter, does it? It was just tools down performance. The players have just about had enough. They can't be shit-arsed, mate. I can't say more than that, mate. It was a London derby. I mean, how many clubs have put 4, 5, 6 passes this season, mate? It's just embarrassing. Jackson, one of the worst finishers in the league. Even he has a field day today, mate. Absolutely embarrassing, mate. I wasn't really watching it, mate. Yeah, I was in and out of the room, mate. I can't be asked, mate. I can't be asked. Yeah. It's very slow, isn't it? Very slow end death to the season. It's all about the board. It's all about the board. It's even more about the board than David Moyes in this show, everyone. I blame the board for this performance today more than David Moyes. Moyes is employed by the board. He wouldn't be here today, right? And he's a shit-ass manager. He's obviously rightly so, cannot work with Tim Starton while they're looking for him, because they should have told David Moyes, fuck off, ages ago. And we wouldn't have to see today. Even if we had Nolan, Kevin Keane, Mark Robson, as even Noble as interim managers, we would have had a better performance, right? Right? This just reminds me of the Glenn Roeder season. Glenn Roeder got unwell. Trevor Brooking came in. I think he managed 14 games. He lost one. Amazing, right? We got a reasonably good set of players, but they can do with the rest. The squad is not big enough due to David Moyes. And it's a mix of clown David Moyes and the clown board. It's just fucking pissing me off now. It's ridiculous. Smallest squad in the league. And I know TalkSport have already started winding people up. I said before the game, Jamie Horror TalkSport, they're going to be ready. They're going to be ready. Once 2-3 goals went in, they were sharpening their tools. And they've started already. And they've got West Ham fans down to... They exactly know how to get the ratings up and how to wind us up. There'll be West Ham fans phoning in TalkSport right now and Jamie O'Hara saying, what are you going to wish for? What do you want? It's a deliberate ploy to wind us up, and we're falling for it. We're giving TalkSport all the ratings. As soon as we give it another hour and go to YouTube, type in TalkSport, and you're going to see all the wind up. Jamie O'Hara's going to wind all of us up. Watch. We're a circus, mate. We're a circus on TalkSport. We're a circus within the club. We're a circus out the club. And we're a circus at board level. It's a fucking joke, mate. It's a fucking joke. Absolute joke. Mate, antidepressants are run, mate. We haven't got anything original to say, but the board was a little bit... We didn't talk about the board, did we? In past recent shows, it was about David Moyes, but it's come to a point where Moyes is obviously he can't be asked. He knows he's going. Why should he stay here? The players don't want to play anymore. They're sick of the window. They're sick of the squad. They're sick of the tactics. They're sick of the manager. And we got non-ambitious board, non-reactive board. It's a joke. It's an absolute. And who's suffering? It's the fans who are suffering. Hard, and you know how hard it is for everyone to pay their bills, put petrol in their car, pay the heating, paying the gas, and he wants people to renew their tickets. So you go to watch West Ham under David Moyes, and you see one shot on goal and one corner. Who's suffering? It's West Ham fans, right? Absolute joke. Mate, he's peaking, mate. Hope you're doing good, mate. The thing is, I sit down, I've got no passion. I know we're not going to win. You know, got no passion at all. You know? Absolute joke, mate. I just feel sorry for one or two really creative, skillful players we got in there, and they're just being wasted and going and stuff like that. It's just a joke. When I saw the back four in the lineup, that's got to be the oldest back four in the fucking Premier League, mate. And that just shows you how many transfer windows we fucked up. We're actually offering Creswell and Ogbonna extension deals. Can you believe that? Can you fucking believe that? Which other club would do this? You know what I mean? Fucking absolute joke. Oh mate, he wasn't even on there, was he? I think he was in the crowd selling peanuts, mate. He wasn't even having ice cream. Ice cream ain't warm enough at the moment. I think he's having peanuts in the crowd. He wasn't even on the pitch, mate. He was in the crowd in someone's lap eating peanuts, mate. That was Antonio. And all these years later, you got Creswell coming on as a sub. You got Ogbonna in the back four. You got Antonio up front. It must be a dream. It's got to be a nightmare. If I told you this will happen sort of 6, 7, 8 transfer windows ago, you'd be like, no way, mate, no way. It's been another murder. Taggart. Not bad, is it? Not bad. That's the only one I can do. I hope you're doing all right, mate. I hope he's going mad in the chat. 86, I can't. Colin, you know, mate, laughing. Yeah, I know, mate. Oh, be careful. Get a bag, mate. Be careful. The wife or the partner might be at me, mate. You don't want to do it in the carpet, son. Got my rum, mate. Got my rum. Got my long bank holiday. That's why I don't think about West Ham that seriously. I do this show for you lot because you want to ease the pain with me, right? I had a lovely day yesterday. Gonna have a lovely day tomorrow. I ain't thinking about West Ham too much, mate. It's got to that point, mate. They don't deserve my time at the moment until they seriously sort it out. No, they're not going to sack him, mate. They're not going to sack him. They're not going to sack him. The end of season player awards night's being cancelled, but they want you to renew your ticket. They want you to renew your ticket, and I think you guys were forced to renew it a few days ago. Absolute joke, mate. Wishful thinking, my man. Hope you're doing good. Been a while. No, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's gonna happen, matey. Tools down, mate. Tools down. What it is, lucky I'm not at school anymore. Because if this had happened when I was at school, because I'm from West London, I would have had it on a Monday, mate. I would have had it. I wouldn't want to go to school. I'm so glad I'm not at school anymore, because when you're losing these derbies, it's not nice to lose London derbies. And I feel sorry for some of your kids who might have some Chelsea fans at work or whatever. It's not nice. It's not nice. Yeah. Paul, it's tools down, mate. It's tools down. They're tired. Same formation, mate. Hardly any subs, mate. How many windows? How many years? Same shit, mate. It's out of date football, mate. Out of date football, mate. Out of date manager, mate. Out of sync. Out of times. Out of sync. Like the owner. Like the owner. Owner's too old. Old school. 1960s, 70s, 1980s, and we got a 1990s manager. Tells you all, mate. Tells you all. It's a great recipe. And now he's looking at a 57-year-old, everyone. I've got nothing personal against Lopetegui, but like I said on my tactics show, he's slightly better than David Moyes. Slightly different. That's the honest truth. He's slightly different than David Moyes. Slightly different. Amorim, Fonseca, that's West Ham. That's kind of ambitious, exciting, off your chair football, which we want, mate. And if the owner doesn't understand that, then good luck to him. I don't even think it was a master. It was nothing, wasn't it? I mean, I could have sat there as a coach. We would have done better. If I sat there with my bottle of Bacardi, sitting down on the bench, and I could have definitely done a better thing in the transfer window, put it that way. I'll tell you what, Matt, you've still got your season ticket. Brave lad, mate. Well done. Fucking hell, mate. At least at Upton Park, you look forward to the way the ground was, the atmosphere, meeting old friends, familiar seats, not so many tourist fans, and the smell of the onions, the burgers. That made your day, didn't it? And of course we were going to give it a go back in those days, didn't we? And it's come to, I hate the journey to the ground. I hate it in and around the ground. There's no atmosphere for me in terms of you're missing those local stalls, the burning, those nasty burgers we used to love. It's all plastic now, mate. It's all plastic food, plastic prices, plastic environment, plastic atmosphere. It's just walking up a fucking hill, walking up fucking bridges, getting lost in fucking Westfield time and time again. I still get lost in Westfield. It's like, what exit is it out of 49, 69 floors they got? I park my car there sometimes. Average takes me 1 hour to get my car at the car park. Where the fuck is that enjoyment? And then you get inside the ground. Half time you're trying to get a pint. They're so slow at serving you. The pints taste shit, overpriced. You really get back. And now I've heard they've got these automatic machines. We've got fans that don't know how to use the automated ticket system, and they're going to expect fans to... Can you imagine that? Can you imagine, like, oh, mate, one fan just getting stuck and then, oh, where's my cappuccino, mate? It's a beer machine. You guys ain't even going to get your beer, mate. It's a fucking nightmare, mate. I don't even buy their programs anymore. A load of tosh, mate. I don't even bother with that. Absolute fucking joke, mate. Oh, fucking hell. Chris, you're right, mate. You're right. What can we do? What more can we do to bring home the message to the chairman? What more can we do? What more can we do, mate? Yeah, but it's got to the situation now. It's the board now, mate. You got to forget about Moyes. I mean, it started off with Moyes, but he's gone, mate, into the wilderness, and he's history, mate. There's no point even hardly mentioning Moyes now, mate. This is all the board's doing. They should have done this, long time ago. They should have done it last summer. I would have done it before October, before we won the conference, and I'll stick to my guns. Any manager that would have come in October, November, we would have won the Europa Conference, irrespective of David Moyes. I'm pretty confident about that, right? I will never know, and I respect him for winning it, but I reckon another manager coming in, a good manager, we would have done all right, mate. And that time I was shouting about, Emery and Pochettino and people like that. And I think we should have done it last November. At worst, should have done it in the summer. No. Still didn't do it, and It's absolute joke, mate. Absolute joke. Jamie's in there. Jamie, no, don't do that, matey Jameson. No. Well, Paul, I reckon we're gonna. Well, I'm assuming Paqueta's gonna go. I mean, if Paqueta doesn't go, then what we got? 100 million. If he goes, we got 185, 190 million, something like that. Is it? The only thing with Paqueta is loses the ball a lot, and while he stays, we're always going to get those stories, which are not helpful. But let's see what happens. But if you get Fonseca in, you get Almiron in, then there's a strong chance they can improve Paqueta even more in terms of keeping the ball in a better way, less showboating, less tricks and flicks and losing it, more of a reliable player, and all speak the same language, aren't they? Portugal, Brazil. That'll help a lot, like I mentioned. And similar to with Lopetegui, Spain, it doesn't matter. I mean, yeah, he's managing in Porto, but I want the other two because it's a big change. It's a refreshing change. It's a much needed change. Where with Lopetegui, it's just a bit of a change. I mean, he'll kind of just keep balling it, very slow build up, lethargic, tippy tappy football without any end product. So it's not that fast overlapping direct pressing game that you guys want. So just out there, mate. But the worrying thing is it's that 11 million. Because of the 11 million, they don't want to do it. Fucking, I don't want to do it, mate. It's mad. It's killing me. So a very lucky December we had, Colin, where we were 6 points clear in 6th place of the team in 7th place. We had European football qualification by league positions in the bag, in the Sainsbury's bag, mate. All we had to do, I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying it, I don't care repeating it, all we had to do in the transfer window, get an Antonio replacement, get a left winger, and 1 or 2 young people to help out the back four, which has come to light now. And keep Fornells and Benrahma, because we haven't replaced anyone. And from January the 1st, we have been running with a squad of 12. I wouldn't even call it 13, because so many games, including Spurs, he's done no subs. Which team in the Premiership's got a squad of 12? Which team in the Premiership manager uses 12 players and he's been here for 9-10 transfer windows? You couldn't even make this up. If I made a fictional novel and I said there's a guy there's been a murder, there's a guy there called David Moyes, fictional novel, James Bond 008 Moyes, he uses 12 players and he makes no subs and he's got one formation, and even if a player's out of form, a player's injured, he'll carry on playing with them. You will say, Jazz, what are you talking about? That thing can't exist in this day and age. 1980s, of course. West Ham 1986, we had a squad of 13-14. We played 3-4 games a week because of snow and all that. You wouldn't believe me, would you? But this is the truth. We got an owner, unreactive, unresponsive, non-proactive owner and a board. I mean, the board is more than Sullivan. There's other people on that board. Haven't they got a tongue? Haven't they got anything to say on this? They basically are just taking West Ham fans for mugs. That's the only thing I can say now. Because they're getting... Well, I don't know how many actual fans are at the ground, because they're saying that it looks like we sell out every game nearly. But you guys are telling me better, saying, no, Jazz, there's many empty spaces. All the season ticket holders are giving the tickets for free. So if you are a season ticket holder, you don't want to go. You're giving your ticket free to your neighbour. So it's a mixed picture. So gate revenue ain't all that, is it? Ain't all that. Tickets are cheap. You've got a lot of tourist fans in there and stuff like that. It's a joke. It's a joke, and you remember this owner has been here before. Did the same with Avram Grant. He kept him on. Dilly and Dally, we went down. Similar to all of that stuff. We've been there and done it. And he's so slow in reaction. He'll only implement a manager who's not got a contract, hasn't got another job. It's a joke. A good club, they see that window, they see a manager, they go for him. It doesn't matter how much money it'll cost. You get that window in, and we are lucky that Ruben Amorim has come and spoken to us. Normally, there'll be 2-3 big clubs looking for a similar manager. We wouldn't have a clue. We wouldn't have a chance, mate. This deal could be done, and I think he only wants to speak at the end of the season. That's fair enough, but I think either way, installing a new manager is a different situation, but I would have got rid of David Moyes first. Right, so even if the board are rightly waiting and respecting Ruben Amorim until the end of the season, that's fine with me. A few weeks here and there, get the right man in, that's fine. And they can't tell us that, that's fine. But get Moisey out, because Every fan that's spending money, the remaining games, that's not fair. That's not fair. And any fan that went today, any fan that went to Leverkusen away, in all these games we've given him 5, 6, one shot on goal, one corner, that's not fair. As an owner, I couldn't do that to you guys. And forget about him even putting a free program on your seat or free pint of beer voucher. They've never done any of this, which could again help a bit. Don't do any of this. Don't do any of that. And it's absolutely joke. And I haven't seen the end of the whistle, but the amount of fans that have left, I don't even think there's anyone there to clap them off. Forget that, mate. Forget that. It's embarrassing. Yeah. So there's two issues here. The one is obviously looks like delaying the who's the new manager is going to be, but we will cope with that. I think the biggest issue for us is we want David Moyes gone. I think that's the biggest. We've absolutely, like you said, we've gone mad. Some of you are going to go in the kitchen. I hope you don't get the knife out, start stabbing yourself. Don't do none of that. But it's getting mad. It's getting mad. So I think if David Moyes left and Nolan or Kevin Keane or Mark Robson or Noble, that you guys, that'd be a big pressure lifted, wouldn't it? That'd be a big pressure lifted off your. I thought that was flashing news or something. Nothing's going on there. Sorry about that. Yeah, do you know what I mean? That would be so happy for everyone. And then, all right, give it 2-3 weeks. Yeah, we'll get someone in good. But this is just the tools down, absolute non-entertainment. Players are just playing like it was a testimonial game, charity. And these are our London rivals, right? It's not nice to lose 5-0 to Chelsea and things like that. It's not good. Arsenal put 6 past us and things. It's embarrassing. It's not good. All the games we're playing, it's pure amateurish. Pure amateur stuff going on. So many. I'm going to start from the bottom now. I hope you don't mind, and I'll build myself up. Yeah, mate, that's it. Johnny, listen, we could have done a better job, mate. And Stephen, this is under a so-called defensive manager, my man. This is a so-called well-organised, well-disciplined, very fit squad. It's bullshit, mate. It is a transfer market fuck-ups that David Moyes has done. Every transfer window, it's a pain. There's blood coming out. I don't want to sign anyone. There's no one there. Fuck off, mate. Every window under this manager's been like getting fucking blood from a stone, mate. He's made me. I'd live for transfer windows and signing new players. This manager's made it a misery for all of us. As soon as the window opens, we don't even want the window to open. What is the point? We're all going to get our hopes up, and every single day, every day goes, it doesn't buy anyone. We're linked to all these exotic players. Nothing ever happens. And then a day to go. Oh, we did try. We ran out of time. Well, hang on a minute. Some breaking news there. That can't be right. Is he gone? Is he gone? Can he confirm? I don't know. Some breaking news from somewhere. It's not a famous website or anything. I hope he's gone, mate. That could be interesting. I don't know. Keep an eye on your phones, everyone. Keep an eye on your phones. There's all these websites that are breaking news, but they're not big. They're not like Sky or BBC, so can't say reliably what's going on. But keep your eye on that one. While I'm on there, I'm just going to go on that News Now West Ham. You know that one. Let me see if anything's broken on there. Hang on. Let's have a look. Because this is absolutely... I mean, it makes sense that he goes, but I never believe he's going to go. Fabrizio Romano. 5 minutes ago. Is this true? Oh, no, that was earlier on, wasn't it? Oh, that's something else, mate. At the end of the season, sorry about that. That's a stupid. No, sorry about that. That was the news I was filtering earlier on that he's not going to stick around, which we kind of more or less knew anyway. I thought he'd gone. Well, should be gone anyway. Fuck you now, mate. Mate, I mean, like you said, Razor, I was in and out the game, and Alvarez, whatever. I mean, listen, it's going to pot, mate. He's falling out with players, mate. He's pissing players off, mate. It's absolute joke, mate. Yeah, I mean, I thought it was breaking news, mate. Yeah. I mean, I saw it at a window, but apparently it's that old Fabrizio Romano this morning news saying that he's not going to stay, which was the biggest fucking worst seeker out there. He was going to go, wasn't he? And unless Sullivan wants to be in deep trouble with the fans, so I don't know, mate. Gary's. Oh. You know when a soul's been the soul and the heart's been taken from a West Ham fan. The passion's been gone. That's how I feel. I'm walking around with no West Ham heart. The Claret Blue blood has been taken from me point by point every single game, mate. And I've come to a stage where I can't tell you that he should go, will he go? I've given up, mate. I don't know, mate. You should have gone last October, November. He should have gone in the summer, mate. He should have gone. Well, he wasn't going to go before the window because he had that fluky December, didn't he? Where we beat 2-3 really good clubs with 10% possession. It's a fucking joke, mate. Absolute joke. And this is Sullivan thinks he's a West Ham fan. Leave it over, mate. Go back to Cardiff, mate. This is not a West Ham fan owner. No way. This is nothing to do with West Ham. What's going on at all? Absolutely embarrassing, mate. Oh, is there that many, mate? God, mate, it's a Sharky, mate. I'm dying, mate. We're all going to do a nice barbecue when he goes, aren't we? Nice barbecue, nice bit of scotch, nice bit of haggis to celebrate Moyes. And there's been another murder. There's been a murder with all of us in the chat, mate. There's going to be a murder. It's going to be murder this evening, mate, if this carries on. But it's got to a point where there's no point in dissecting every goal and anything exciting that happened in the game like we used to. There's no point because all the games are copy and paste. The poor defending, no subs, no rotation, no change of formations during the game. It's absolutely the same, and it's been the same for a good while now. And I don't know any other manager, any other club that does this. And any other club that have a back four that old starting today, respect to them players. I mean, they do deserve a bit of a slap, I agree. But for me, it's more about the board today. Moyes obviously is linked in there, but more about the board now. Where the board have to tackle the situation, grab the balls in a situation like this, and be a proper fucking bloke, you dwarf, and get rid of him, mate. Get rid of him. Give the fans what they want. And we've got enough able coaches to take us through to the end of the season, and then it'll be less pressure on. Because at the moment we're dying in two fronts. At the moment, we're worried about Moyes still being here. He's killing us, and then all these stories about are we going to get the right manager in? So if Moyes can go, that's a big cloud lifted. And I'd probably go to a game then. I'll probably go. What's left? I'll probably go to the game if Moyes is gone, and then we at least can think, okay, it's couple of weeks to go. Don't rush in and make this manager decision, in a rash decision. It's a very important decision. It's a huge important decision, more than any player you will sign. It's huge, and I want him to make the right decision. But by Moyes still being here, and all these mixed stories coming out the club saying, is it Amorim, is it Fonseca, or is it Lopetegui? It's not helping. It's not helping any of you guys. We're all going mad. It's an absolute joke, mate. I have lost count, David, of how many goals we've conceded, how flat we've looked, our inability to mark. Don't forget there's players like Aguerd, 33 million, can't even mark anyone. Mavropanos, I think he's injured, but he obviously needs to sort out one or two things in his game. It's been a lot of problems, mate, a lot of problems. And even Bowen, I mean, he hit the post 3-4 times, but even before that, in the previous weeks, Bowen has played when he's not been clearly injured. He's not being fit, especially that couple of games. Leverkusen, second leg, he wasn't fit. But he's a warrior. He played, and you just wonder, you just wonder in this day and age how you can have a squad that's so underused. Johnson's going to go, Mubama's going to go, and there's more players. The academy that Newcastle are going around pinching is not the end of it. Don't forget we lost that centre half to Liverpool. They pinched our apparently amazing centre half we had in the youth academy. He's gone to Liverpool, and they're after one or two others. There's a guy from Man City, isn't it, everyone? And I think Arsenal and Chelsea looking at him next season. They're going to pinch him. So there's a lot of shit we got to sort out. A lot of shit here. What a stat there, Stephen. Wow, I didn't even know that. Wow. And don't forget the league poor average season has been going on for 2 seasons now. Okay, we won a cup, that's good, but your bread and butter, your league position. And this is a manager who, lockdown missed Champions League by 1 point because of his stubbornness not to buy Declan Rice replacement in the window where he bought Lingard in. So by buying in January, he knew how much it can propel you and help you. He knew that. So he bought Lingard. Lingard added 10, 15 points to our league position. Declan Rice gets injured with 5-6 games to go, and we lose the points. Because he refused to buy a replacement for Declan Rice. Because it was going to happen at some point. And we end up missing out on Champions League by 1 point. And last season, if we hadn't won the Europa Conference, we missed out on Europa by a few points. And again, under David Moyes, after January, in the league, our form always goes downhill. Always goes downhill due to the squad. And he's seen it, but he's so stubborn. He's so stubborn. He's seen it. He's seen that. All he said, it's very hard to buy a player in January. It's not easy to buy a player in the summer window. Mate, you've got 2 transfer windows. If you can't buy in January, you can't buy in July, August, mate, just hang me up to dry then, mate. It's a joke, and it's a squad full of the owners. So, like I kept telling you, the vehicle has to go in the same direction. This squad has got David Sullivan's players in it that he doesn't play. You've got Cornet in there. You've got Danny Ings in there, right? Players like that. Even, I think Ben Rama was Sullivan's signing as well, right? Then you got David Moyes players like Calvin Phillips. Bowen, I think more or less they're saying it's kind of Moyes' players, so that's all right. And then you got Tim Staunton's players in there. You got Alvarez in there. You got Kudus in there. You got it's a shit show. That's not how a business, a club, you should run. You've all got to collate together, same ideas, and buy the same players agreed, and that's it. And the worry is that, okay, Moyes is going to go, yeah, but with Sullivan, he's still going to stick his fingers in there. So until Sullivan's gone, you're not really going to hit the heights that you're hoping or dreaming for, right? He's going to ruin it. Listen, new manager comes in, Ruben Amorim. He's going to make his fucking life hell, mate. Trust me, he's going to make his life hell. He's going to go behind his back and buy Danny Ings' brother and say, here you go, mate. It's going to carry, the circus is going to carry on, but we're hoping it'll be less because hopefully the manager obviously is in charge of the football tactics and in-game management formations and that kind of thing. But it will always carry on. Might be in a less kind of way, but yeah. Not to this way, Adam. No way. You're right. Listen, Adam. January we were 6 points clear of the team in 7th, my man. Look at the come down. And it's all down to the squad. The players are knackered. They've been driven into the ground. Half of them are carrying injuries, man. It's boring, mate. And it's terrible. And I stick to my guns. A new manager, another manager, we would have gone close with Leverkusen. I'm telling you, we would have gone close with them. But we just tools down in the first leg, let them come on to us, and they deservedly sort of went through, didn't they? Of course, we all know what we need, mate. We all know what we need. We need pressing football, a manager who can change it 2-3 times in the game, different formations, overlapping wing backs, stroke full backs, mate. Everyone good on the floor, playing good football, mate. That's what we want. We want attacking football, mate. And it can be done. And I like to think that we've got the budget for it. We've got the club size for it, mate. We've certainly got the history for it, mate. There's no excuse, mate. There's no excuse. With respect, we're not Crystal Palace or Fulham. We're bigger than that, mate. And we should think like that. The owners don't think like that, mate. They poop in their pants. Oh, Amorim come from Sporting Lisbon. Who gives a fuck, mate? We're fucking bigger than Sporting Lisbon, mate. But why are we always acting like, oh, isn't it nice? He's come to see. Fuck it, mate. Get in there. It's West Ham. All right, the ground is what it is, but we got the money. We got some world-class players in the team. Join us. It shouldn't be the other way around, skimping over. What kind of messages is that giving Amorim that? How much do they want me? Did I want to? You imagine what kind of message that sends to Amorim. He's waiting to join us. And he's waiting until Sullivan's like, oh, we'll give you 4 million. Next week, we'll give you 5 for him. It's the same with what happens to the players when we lose so many players, isn't it? Look at Liverpool. We want that man. Bang, it's done. End off. Manager feels wanted. Manager feels kind of motivated to work for the chairman. But when you're sitting in the corner and you're thinking, is he going to pay for me or not? It's fucking... And we've already, and our reputation through the transfer dealings with Sullivan has already taken a battering across Europe anyway. So especially Sporting Lisbon, I think we tried to sign their. Actually, I don't remember that. Do you remember? We tried to sign that CDM, didn't we? And that went on for weeks, and then he shared the email that David Sullivan. Oh mate, do you remember all that? It's a fucking joke, mate. It's big problems, mate. Big problems. Irons. Barry's in the house. Yeah. Always gonna be. Darren Lewis is here from Sky. How you doing, Darren? Yeah, I mean, listen, he shouldn't be anywhere near the club. Listen, keep people like him and Fabianski as coaches. They're good professionals. By all means, do that, but don't play him in your first team, mate. No, it's not on. It's not the right thing to do for an ambitious club, mate. And by offering Oggy and Creswell deals, how lazy are they in terms of having a good enough scouting to go and look for? They don't want to look for this lazy buying players. They're so lazy, mate. It's incredible. They don't even have targets. When the window opens, it's like playing darts, mate. They don't know who they're going to sign. How are we meant to know? Their targets accidentally fall into their laps as the days and weeks go in the transfer window. They got no fucking plan. What's the last time we ever bought a player in the first few days of a window? Never. Liverpool always do it. Other clubs always do it. Yeah, we fucking ain't. We buy most of our players in the last week. What does that tell you? That we've missed all our targets, right? That's telling me that we've missed all our targets. Sullivan's been unable to agree price for the managers. Target number 1, target number 2, and in between, then he goes on TalkSport. Then the fans have a meltdown saying, why haven't we bought anyone? That includes the Rice window with the Rice money. That went on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And I know I hate Arteta. I hate the Gooners. But Arteta told the board I want all my signings in before we fly off to America to training. And what we done under David Moyes last 2 windows, if you remember, we have brought the players in so late that by the time the friendlies have started, we've had a shit friendly. We've more or less lost every friendly because the players been signed so late in the window that when the league starts, they haven't even worked in the training. They don't even know their colleagues. They don't even know well, it's one formation anyway, but they didn't know that. We've never been ready in the first few games of the season because we bought players so late. Every single time. And if Moyes doesn't know that, we've got the most experienced owner and the most experienced manager in the fucking whole league. You figure that out. How they don't know that. You tell me in the comments. The most experienced owner, the most experienced manager in the league. They don't know how to work the transfer window. Fucking hell, mate. Absolute joke. Absolutely joke, mate. Yeah, not surprised, Brian, mate. Not surprised, mate. And look how many coaches have gone. How many coaches have left David Moyes? So in lockdown, when we saw the wing-back system with 3 centre-backs, Craswell one of them, I think that was Alan Irvine and Nevin. I think they and Stuart Pearce, they were telling Moisey, this is the way to play, because that's the only time he's fucking changed anything. And when they left, they fell out with him. They won't say it, but they fell out with him. He's gone back to 4-2-3-1. For the last 2-3 seasons, it's just been 4-2-3-1. No subs, fucking hardly any signings, fuck all. Copy and paste. That's it. That's it, mate. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. I'll tell you what, Fly Fox Pro, mate, it's a very poor league. From the 9th, 10th down to 50, it's a very poor league. That's why we're still in the top half. We should have been, well, like you said, we should have been 13th, 14th on our form. But the league's so poor. Like United keep losing, Newcastle kept losing, Chelsea keep losing, Spurs now keep losing. There's so many inconsistent teams in there, mate. And that's why we're hanging in there, mate. You know, otherwise teams, well, Bournemouth are getting quite close to us now. Brighton are getting close now. I don't know. We probably fall 10th, 11th. I don't know, mate. I don't know. But that's why, like you said, that's not proper true picture, is it, mate? You're right. Yeah, that's the way, matey. You know, you guys are really upsetting you. Yeah, because usually Bayern just run away with it, didn't you? It's always good to have someone different. I think we performed better because we had those coaches, mate. Alan Irvine, Nevin, Stu. I reckon it's something to do that, mate. I think they offered him something different, advice, and he took it on board somehow. And then he got stuck up about the results, started thinking it's because of me, didn't listen to the coaches again when it began to go down. Because you always have to mix it. but he's like, nah, fuck, you know, the best, mate. And that's when I think relationships kind of, yeah, didn't go down too well. And that's one of the reasons, mate. You don't listen to anyone. I don't know, mate. We'll see what happens. Come on, that's you're joking, mate. You're too many beers there, lad. I don't know about that. It's certainly the richest league, isn't it? It's certainly the richest league. I think it is most competitive because I don't think there's many leagues where the bottom can beat the top, and I like to think that's still true. I think, yeah, I think it still is. Yeah, I like to think our league still is, mate. When's that taxi gonna come, Ray? It's been coming for 2 years, mate. Keeps getting lost. Uber keeps getting lost, mate. Sat navs, isn't it? Oh yeah, yeah, interesting, matey. Brian, Daniel's in the house. Daniel, what it is, Daniel? The board have got no respect for the West Ham culture, West Ham tradition, West Ham history, West Ham fans. Have got no respect. They paid 110 million for the club. At any time tomorrow, they can make 3, 4, 5 times, 6 times their money, mate. I think Newcastle got sold for, was it 300 million, 350 was it to the Saudis? Sullivan wants 6, 7, 800 million, mate. You don't care about the fans. Anytime tomorrow he can cash in. Like the casino chips. He can cash in and get 3, 4, 500 million, mate. You don't give a shit. That's it. He's not a West Ham fan. No chance, mate. You know, if he was a West Ham fan, then he'd know about the issues in and around the ground and stuff like that, and the academy and the training ground and the youth team and the philosophy, how he doesn't know anything, mate. Doesn't know any. Doesn't care. It's just unfortunate that none of the kids are any cleverer or wiser than him to come in and shake the old man up sometimes. You know, we've all been there when the old man's a bit of a pain in the arse and you like teach him a few things and shit like that, but they don't give a fuck. I don't know what they're up to. Is it managing the women's team still? I don't know, mate. Pure stubbornness with a capital S, mate. Capital S, mate. Absolutely right, mate. He hates signing players, my man. He hates signing players. Michael, wait, doing all right, mate? You're right. You're right. When you hit the ground, a lot of people are kind of neutral. Very interesting. Listen, everyone's got always believed in everyone's opinion is valid. Respect it, but don't ever try to bully your point onto someone else. If they don't agree, that's fine. Make your point. They make their point. You go in a different direction. What the issue on Twitter is that when people start effing and blinding and Wing, getting personal, that's just a waste. I never get into any of that. No time for that. No time. No point. But yeah, it is. A lot of them like, oh yeah, we've seen it worse, and a lot of them are like that. The ground. That's fine, mate. That's fine. Yeah. Listen, it all goes make the world go around, and it all makes the world go around. Different opinions, mate. It's surprising, but listen, it ain't really surprising either. It takes all characters to make the world go round, innit, mate? Yeah. It's joking, mate. Oh, sorry, Terry. Didn't read your comment out, young man. So I'm just gonna watch like that, mate. Like that. Just gonna watch it like that. When did we go live with the show, mate? Absolute joke, mate. I was gonna go live at half time. Do you know that? It's not got so bad. Gary Neville. Naughty boy. Oh, Simon Jordan, yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, my son went. Never been before. He said it's quite a shit small ground, and they were giving it, and they left a bit early, I think. So, I don't think he had a good time. I don't think he had a good time, everyone. Like I said, mate, I'm always honest, and I'm always black or white. Always right. And if I see him down the road at an event, I wouldn't talk to him. Forget it. I've got respect for Sam Allardyce still, and I don't care. You can shoot me for that. I've got respect for Sam Allardyce still for how he brought us up, to what Nolan would do. Nolan will never join West Ham without Sam. I always respect him for that, and I think Sam's got something about him. He's a bit of a character, hippo head. I'll definitely say hello to him in the room. No problem with him. But David Moyes, no way. I will never play football for David Moyes. No chance. Miserable looking, ghostly figure. No personality. How can he play for someone like David Moyes? Even Stuart Pearce let out a few things, even though he's like, yeah, he's just don't take a lot to piss him off. He just walks around angry, workaholic, 20 hours a day. What is he working 15, 20 hours a day for when he just got one formation? He doesn't sign anyone. I don't understand what David Moyes is doing, working 15, 20 hours. Can someone tell me? He doesn't sign anyone, so he's not obviously scouting anyone. He's not looking at any transfer reports, scouting reports. All right, he probably has improved one or two players. I don't want to go into those details, but more often than not, he doesn't help out players that are out of form. You remember Souček, out of form for a whole year, just kept playing him every single game. It's fucking mad. He even keeps just playing injured players in there, right? It's a fucking joke. So I don't know what David Moyes is doing 15, 20 hours a day. If some of you can tell me in the chat what's David Moyes working 15 hours a day at West Ham, what the fuck is he doing, mate? Is it? What's the score there? Johnny boy. Let me see what the score is. Liverpool Spurs. Let's see what's going on there. Let's go. Is it 0-0? Yeah, 0-0. Yeah, they're not all that great, are they, mate? They're not all that, are they, matey? No, mate. No, listen. I love Warburton. How he came out honestly and said, I could have sat there and reasonable good money for nothing. Because A, he doesn't listen to anyone. So I'm just walking around fucking handing out drinks. So I used to have a go at Warburton. I used to take the piss out of him and call him Warburton's bread. But when I found out he's a very clever person, he's an investment banker, made a lot of money, very clever, got into coaching, met David Moyes, I think, in Dubai or Florida, got houses together, started playing golf together, came in to help. He's got ambitions to be a manager again. Really, and very brave. Unlike the other three that are left, the Irvines and Nevins and Stuart Pearce, they've been like politically correct. They said fuck all, right? But this guy said, listen, I don't agree with the way he plays. Try to offer something different. So good insight that was. Very, very good insight. That's the Tippy Tappy Football YouTube channel. So, yeah, Moyes, nah. Got no time for him. Very interesting, though. Like, all the managers love him like Poch. Pochers are hugging him before the game like he's his dad or something. What the fuck, man? I don't know what that's all about. It's a bit worrying, isn't it? Have a look at the beginning of the game. Poch, fucking hell, mate. Never seen two managers hug each other like it must be Valentine's Day or something. Fuck it, seriously. Actually, Avram Grant used to get that, didn't he? That doesn't say a lot, does he? All the managers they used to, Avram Grant used to love him. Maybe they're all like that, innit? The managers club, innit? What I do is win. No, what I do is sign players, mate. What I do is don't sign players. What a joker. Yeah, absolute joke, mate. Listen, mate, what you guys are going to fall off your chairs tonight, meltdown, when you see TalkSport Jamie O'Hara. He's going to be in a wind-up, mate. Jamie O'Hara's going to wind each and one of you in the chat. I don't know. I don't think you'll be able to take it, mate. You won't be able to take it. You might have to go down to TalkSport Towers. Sort it out, mate. Sort it out. Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't know, David, the crux of how the board is set up to work. I mean, far as I know, there's a kind of a meeting. There's kind of, you've got to vote on it, and then I don't know how much weight in index kind of Sullivan's vote means. I don't know. Does Sullivan have the equivalent of 2 votes, and then the board have 1, and then you see how it goes? Or does he have the final word? If he has the final word, what's the point of the board being there? So, David, interesting question and point. I'm not quite sure, mate. I'm not quite sure on that. So we'll kind of see what happens on that, mate. Yeah. Brian, it was basically, mate, testimonial, mate. It's basically testimonial, as far as I know. It was like a friendly game, mate. We were there and we weren't there. I mean, the players were physically there, but their minds and their hearts were somewhere else, mate. Their minds are probably in the Caribbean holiday in the summer, mate, somewhere like that. I'm watching it. I'm just pissing about my phone. I'm not even interested, mate. I've been like that for a while, mate. My heart and mind has floated into the wilderness for a long time ago, mate. A long time ago under Moisey boy. I used to like it when it used to be Porky Parry and Alan Brazil, and that sound of the champagne cork in it. The Cheltenham and the gold. Alan Brazil got all excited, didn't he? Yeah, talk sport used to be quite funny. Good question. How you doing, sir? How you doing? I think our best player is Mr. Bowen. I think Bowen is our best player. Reliable, tenacious, tiger. Yeah, I think Bowen. Not Paqueta, mate. Bowen's a real deal. I mean, yeah, he hit the bar and post 3 times, so yeah, I think Bowen's our best player, my man. Oh, Liverpool are 1-0 up. Liverpool. Is that Kloppy or is that Salah? It's 1-0. Salah scored. Gakpo. He set it up. They're third in the league. Looks up, even though Villa lost, they more or less... Oh my God, Villa have got Champions League. Let me know in the chat what you guys think of Villa getting Champions League under Unai Emery, who I wanted as manager last October, along with Poch. I wanted Poch a bit more. I still like Poch. I don't think he should have taken the Chelsea job, the nutcase, but there we go. There we go. Shaki! West Ham Way. You know, ex-employee. There's something come up on my phone. Right. Breaking news from Dave Walker, an ex-employee. Everyone, let me just take the comment out. You naughty people. So, you ready, you guys? Let me take a sip of rum. This is a big article. So, I'm part of the ex-employee Dave Walker Patreon. Monthly fee, you get kind of the news and stuff. So, this is the message. It appears to be increasingly more accepted in West Ham circles that... Let me just... Sharky, let me hide your comment with respect. 1 minute, mate. Yeah, it appears to be increasingly more accepted in West Ham circles that Lopetegui is the favourite to become the West Ham manager. It is felt that the lack of compensation and the fact that he has Premier League experience are key box tickers for David Sullivan. A couple of high-profile agents who also have David Sullivan's ear said to be keen to promote and have promoted Lopetegui. So the agents have really pushed Lopetegui into Sullivan's mind and ears. Although I believe Almiron and a couple of other managers were Tim Steidten and Mark Noble's preferred choices, reassurances have apparently been given to Steidten that he will still be able to bring in his players and have more of a say in recruitment. As a result, he's appeased by the Lopetegui appointment, although how happy he will be isn't clear. It is thought that he will present further information to the club about alternative appointments next week in an attempt to make Sullivan consider other options. Once more, it is important to stress that the official word coming at the club is that no decision has been made, that the club is still wish to speak to other managers again, although most people in the club seem to think that Moyes has gone and the announcement could be imminent barring a late change of mind. It has been reported that Bayern Munich are said to be potentially showing an interest in Lopetegui in order to raise his stock value. It would also appear good for West Ham to appoint a manager that has been linked to the likes of Bayer Leverkusen and Milan. Talks will continue with the other candidates, but it seems increasingly accepted that Moyes will go. But talks with... So, there you go. So, Lopetegui. It looks like it's going to be Lopetegui, everyone. Tim Steidten and Noble are not happy about it, but Sullivan is saying that if you trust me on this one, have Lopetegui, and if you wink, and be alright with it, I'll give you more of a freer role in buying players. What kind of shit is that? Oh, there can't be Lopetegui. Come on. Oh, fucking hell. Fucking hell, we're going to go for Wolves manager. What the fuck is going on here, man? He's 57. He's been out of work all season. He's 57. He's been out of work all season. He might have been good 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years ago. He's Wolves manager. Come on. He fucking looks miserable as well. Oh, fucking hell, man. That's not good, man. Listen. I know I'm going to back him if he becomes a manager, but why can't the club get anything fucking right, man? Yeah, but Marcus, tell me one thing. Is he better than Ruben Amorim or Fonseca, mate? Let me know in the chat. I prefer the other two, mate. He's just not. I think it's because of the David Moyes thing. We've suffered so much, mate. We're getting someone who's a bit like that, not like that, but a bit like that. But I want the other two who are nothing like Moyes. So I want to go in totally different directions, mate. I want to go in totally different directions. I think it's because what David Moyes has done to me and other fans is why we're overlooking Lopetegui. So it's not his fault. I get it, but because I'm so angry and pissed off and disheartened by the whole club and more, I want to go as far from David Moyes. I just want someone puts 11 people up front. I want someone totally non-careful, exciting, off the cuff. Not for me, but he's in, mate. He's in it. That's what I'm thinking, mate. That is such a big driving force. It's so sad to see that. It's not the best candidate, it's the cheapest candidate. That's awful. That is awful, mate. That's fucking awful in this day and age. And look at the money. He thinks he's careful. Look, we've got a manager who thinks he's defensive and he's shipped in 70 goals. We've got a chairman who thinks he runs the club well on a financial footing and looks after the pennies. Have a look how much money we've wasted on players. 32 million, 33 million a Gerd, 20 million Cornet, £150,000 a week Danny Ings, Calvin Phillips' deal, the money we've lost on Felipe Anderson, Haller, Vlasic. I think we got 3 million back from him. We bought him for 17, 18. The list goes on and on and on. So they're not really good managing with finances. They've somehow got this Olympic ground, cheap deal, but the thing is the match day revenue ain't there. It might be cheap rent, but Spurs are well up there now, mate. Right? So they're not that clever. Mate. Trust me. They were lucky when they bought West Ham, 110 million, because it was shortly after the 2008 crisis. No one had any money. They got in there right time. They sold their money to Birmingham at the right time. But even then, they needed two people to buy the club. Don't forget, most other clubs have got one rich owner. They both were in there. That's not ideal when you got two joint owners. But Gold probably just let him do whatever he wants. I think Sullivan was 51%, Gold was 49%. I don't know. They ain't healthy, and they are by wealth. Usually, when you look at it, they are one of the poorest by wealth owners in the league. If you look at it, it's not good for me, mate. Fucking hell, mate. A lot of losses in there, isn't it, Brian? Fucking hell, mate. We've already been knocked out for 10 by this Chelsea result, and then I'll give you that news. So I don't help matters, do I? You know. Yeah, but the football, it's tippy-tappy football. Keep possession football in our own half, mate. It's very slow build-up, a bit lethargic, a bit patient. Not for me. Oh, man. Yeah, I know, mate. John's in the house. How you doing, John? John, how you doing? Got to give you a call. We've got to catch up, haven't we, mate? Let me know, John. Looks like Lopetegui is the one, mate. Coming closer, but not for me, mate. I want something a bit different. And I think it's not Lopetegui's fault. It's like how much we've suffered under Moyes, while we want completely different, expansive football, which Paulo Fonseca and Almiron give us, isn't it, John? That's the problem, mate. That's the problem. I think Lopetegui 57. Not sure. We'll see what happens with that one. Noble's just the ambassador, mate. You just greet the academy players, watch them sign contracts, take a few photos. You don't really have any much above that, mate, to be fair. I mean, yeah. Everyone's getting a meltdown, you naughty boys. Yeah, good manager, mate. Ambitious, isn't it? Ambitious. He has turned us down in the past. Emery. I think it was before Bilic, I'm not sure. Yeah, Johnny's not a West Ham fan, mate. He's otherwise he would have understood what the fans really want, the tradition, history of the club, mate. It's a business deal, so yeah, we can have a meltdown and complain about it as much as we want, but unfortunately, yeah, it is what it is. But oh, mate, the least I think we deserved a bit more, bit manager with a bit more sort of better football. Get us on the edge of the seats, that kind of thing, really. Okay, fair. What do you think about Fonseca? I'll be very happy with Fonseca. And he's nice in the middle, isn't he? 50-51. Not too young, not too old. Been managing in 4 different leagues, isn't it? Ukraine, Portugal, Spain. Um, so he's got 3-4 leagues experience, Italy as well. I think this is the right time for Fonseca, timing wise, to enter the Premier League. So someone's going to get a very interesting, very good experienced manager, I think. Um, Lopetegui, obviously, he's fallen out with Wolves. He's fallen out with the Spain FA. He's fallen out with Real Madrid. So make that what you want. And then no one wanted him. I think it's a big thing that no one wanted him. He was there available all season. No one wanted him. So he's free. It is what it is. I think we could do a bit better than that. But who am I? Who am I? Eh? Who am I to moan about it, eh? Sharky! Yeah, Nicky boy, yeah, meltdown in it, meltdown lad. Let's see what happens, mate. Yeah, let's see what happens. Yeah, it'd be interesting. Let's see what happens. I'm surprised Stighton's still here. I thought he was going to go Liverpool or somewhere else, mate. Perhaps he would have gone Liverpool if Klopp was there, isn't it? But I'm surprised that Tim Stighton's here. It just doesn't make any sense when you're all restricted, aren't you? I mean, I don't think Stighton's allowed. I mean, I'm sure Sullivan's going to offer 1 or 2 players from his side to be signed instead of what Stighton wants. So, and that statement from ex-employee Dave Walker saying that Sullivan is telling Stighton and Noble that, believe me, Lopetegui is the one, and if you're okay with that, or you're kind of on board with that, then I'll give you more of a free rein in scouting players. I thought that was a fucking point anyway. It is just a shit show after shit show. Melissa's in the house. How you doing? Melissa is the daughter of Tony Yeboah, the great lead striker. Nearly broke the post, wasn't it, Melissa, with that shot? What a shot he had. Yeah. Oh, who's going to watch the press conference, David Moyes? What is he going to say? I'll just even stop watching those. What is he going to say? It is just, I don't know. Let's see what happens, mate. Let's see what happens. But tell me one thing. Why has no one looked at him like all year then? I don't know. I think it's just bugging me why no one has wanted him. He's been on the shelf all year. I don't know. Interesting. I just think that if it was going to be 11 million to get Lopetegui out and the other 2 managers were 3, he would have gone for the other 2. That's my point. I've got 3 points in this. One is that he's going for him because he's cheaper. He's not because he's the best. They're going for him. And even the sources are saying that Sullivan is selecting Lopetegui. He's the cheapest. And other point is why no one else has taken him. He could have said he doesn't want a job, and he could have had many offers. I get that. But I'm just thinking a manager with some substance. I haven't even checked on who got sacked in the Premiership leading up to last season. I could be wrong as well. But it's just 1 or 2 things in my mind. Oh, mate, I hate Potter. Forget Potter. No way, Potter, mate. He's got no personality. No kind of... No, not Potter. I wouldn't touch him with a barge pole. Hey, that's the one, isn't it? That's the one, mate. That's the one. But anyway, I mean, I'm going to close off now. I'm going to let you guys enjoy your evenings. Hopefully there's something nice for you guys to eat. The wife has made some chicken curry for me. Is that original? It is. We have it now and again, not every day. Got some chicken curry to look forward to. Got a few rums. It's a long bank holiday weekend. Don't think about West Ham. Don't. Just watch this show and that's it. No other show to watch here. Just forget about West Ham. Put a nice film on. Read a nice book. Go for a nice walk with your dogs or cats, or if you're on your own. Just think about that. Enjoy your weekend. Don't worry about West Ham at the moment. They're acting like a naughty child. They're not worth your time. And like I said, my comments are, I didn't want to talk about on the pitch. I think everyone was just, players are tools down. Managers obviously upset about what's going on. It's the board. For me, today, until the end of the season, it's the shit show about the way the board has behaved, which has been non-reactive, non-proactive, and just not the way a club should be run. Be decisive. You earn a lot of money on the board to kind of make those hard decisions, and you haven't done no decisions as normal. And it's the most experienced owner in the league. It's the most experienced manager in the league, and it's been a shit show of a season. And last season was the same, but somehow we got through the conference by hook or crook or Declan Rice, whatever you call it, and we managed to gloss all over that, right? And this season is obviously, because we haven't been able to progress to the latter stages of the cups, it's kind of showed up true colours, I think. And we'll see what happens. And on the back of the managers, for me, like I said, it's the cheap solution, not the best solution. And we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens, mate. But yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, you're from yeah Portugal. No problem, mate. No problem, mate. That's it. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you, and yeah, make sure you have a nice bank holiday. Thank you for tuning and watching, and yeah, please share and subscribe. And like I keep saying, I don't do shows for the sake of it, like some of my good friends. Right. So when something interesting, breaking news happens, I will go live or do a show on it. Or if another new manager gets close to getting a job, I'll do the tactics thing and other stuff. I do want to do the history thing back and again, and I'm definitely going to make some time to bring you some history, Hammer history shows. We've got 2-3 old fans in the background, lots of stories from the 1970s and 80s and 90s to kind of share with you guys and that kind of thing, really. So yeah, you guys take care. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Black Horry, mate. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Aquanasones. I don't know how to pronounce that. Aquamanasonsal. Oh, it's harder. You got to give me a nickname. You got to give me a nickname, naughty boy. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna leave you and love you. Take care. We'll catch up soon. God bless. Come on, you irons.